If your HR team spends hours every week answering the same employee questions, chasing down missing documents, and manually updating spreadsheets, you're losing thousands of dollars in productivity each month. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how small business HR departments are using AI automation to eliminate these repetitive tasks and redirect that time towards strategic work that actually grows the business. Let's talk about what's really happening in most small business HR departments. Your HR coordinator receives the same questions every single day. Where do I find my pay stub? How do I request time off? What's our parental leave policy? Each question takes 3 to 5 minutes to answer, but when you're getting 20 of these per day, that's over an hour gone. Then there's the paperwork. New hire onboarding alone requires collecting tax forms, emergency contacts, direct deposit information, and signed policy acknowledgments. Your HR person is sending follow-up emails, tracking who submitted what, and manually entering data into your HRIS system. A single new hire can consume 4 to 6 hours of administrative time. Performance review season is even worse. Your HR team is scheduling meetings, sending reminder emails, collecting completed forms, and compiling everything into reports for management. The actual strategic work of helping managers develop their teams gets pushed aside because everyone's drowning in administrative tasks. Here's what this costs you. If your HR coordinator earns $50,000 per year, every hour spent on repetitive tasks costs you about $25. When 30% of their week goes to answering routine questions and chasing paperwork, you're spending over $300 weekly on work that adds no strategic value. That's $15,000 per year just on repetitive tasks for one person. AI automation handles these repetitive tasks by following the same logical steps your HR team would use, but doing it instantly and consistently every single time. Think of it this way. When an employee asks about time off policy, your HR coordinator reads the question, identifies what policy applies, finds the relevant section in your handbook, and sends a response. That's a simple process that follows clear rules. AI can do exactly the same thing. It reads the incoming question, identifies the topic, retrieves the correct information from your policy documents, and generates an accurate response. The difference is that it happens in seconds instead of minutes, and it works 24 hours a day. The same logic applies to document collection and data entry. You already have a checklist of what new hires need to submit. AI automation can send those requests, track what's been received, send automatic reminders for missing items, and extract information from submitted documents directly into your systems. This isn't about replacing your HR team. It's about removing the repetitive work so they can focus on the parts of their job that require human judgment. Having difficult conversations with employees, resolving conflicts, developing retention strategies, the work that actually protects and grows your business. Let me show you how this works with employee questions. Right now, questions come into your HR inbox throughout the day. Someone asks about dental coverage. Another person wants to know the remote work policy. A third employee needs clarification on expense reimbursement. Your HR coordinator stops what they're working on, reads each email, formulates a response, and sends it back. With AI automation, you create a knowledge base from your existing HR documents, your employee handbook, benefits guides, policy documents. The AI system learns what information is in these documents. When an employee sends a question to HR, the automation reads it and determines whether it's a routine policy question or something that needs human attention. For standard questions, it drafts a response using information from your documents and sends it immediately. The employee gets their answer in under a minute instead of waiting hours. For complex questions that need human judgment, the system forwards them to your HR coordinator with relevant background information already attached. Your HR person doesn't waste time searching for policy details. They can focus on the nuanced part of the response. One small business I worked with had an HR team of 2 people supporting 85 employees. They were spending 12 hours per week just answering routine questions. After implementing AI automation for employee questions, that dropped to 2 hours per week, 10 hours freed up every single week. That's over 500 hours per year redirected to recruiting, employee development, and retention initiatives. The cost savings were immediate. They calculated they were spending approximately $6,000 annually on HR time, just answering questions that were already documented in their handbook. The automation eliminated that cost, while actually improving response time for employees. Now let's look at new hire onboarding, which is one of the most time-consuming HR processes. The traditional process looks like this. HR sends a welcome email to the new hire with a list of required documents. The new hire submits some forms but forgets others. HR manually tracks what's been received and sends reminder emails for missing items. When documents arrive, HR reviews them and manually enters information into the payroll system and HRIS. For each new hire, this process involves dozens of emails and several hours of data entry. AI automation transforms this completely. When a new hire is added to your system, automation immediately sends a personalized welcome email with secure links to submit all required documents. The system tracks every submission in real time. If the tax form arrives but emergency contact information is still missing, automation sends a targeted reminder about exactly what's needed. When the employee submits a document, AI extracts the relevant information automatically. Names, addresses, social security numbers, bank account details for direct deposit. This data flows directly into your payroll and HRIS systems, without anyone typing it in manually. The system validates the information to catch errors before they cause payroll problems. Your HR coordinator receives a dashboard showing the status of each new hire. They can see at a glance who's completed everything and who needs follow-up. They only get involved when there's an exception that needs human attention. A consulting firm I worked with was hiring about 3 people per month. Each hire required approximately 5 hours of HR administrative time for document collection and data entry. That's 15 hours per month, or 180 hours per year. After implementing onboarding automation, the administrative time per hire dropped to 30 minutes. That's a 90% reduction. The HR manager calculated they saved over $4,000 annually in HR time alone. More importantly, data entry errors that used to cause payroll corrections dropped to almost zero because humans weren't manually typing information anymore. Let's talk about the actual business impact when you automate routine HR tasks. The most obvious benefit is time savings. Small businesses typically see their HR teams reclaim between 10 and 15 hours per week when they automate employee questions, document collection, and basic data entry. That's roughly 1/4 to 1/3 of a full-time position. If you have multiple people doing HR work, the savings multiply. This translates directly to cost reduction. Even if you're not reducing headcount, you're getting more value from your HR investment. That time gets redirected to recruiting higher quality candidates, developing better training programs, and addressing employee relations issues before they escalate. Strategic work that reduces turnover and improves productivity across your entire organization. Error reduction is another significant benefit. Manual data entry creates mistakes. Wrong social security numbers delay payroll. Incorrect benefit elections cost you when you need to issue corrections. AI automation that extracts information directly from source documents eliminates most of these errors. Several clients have reported reducing HR-related errors by over 80%. Employee satisfaction improves as well. When someone asks about time-off policy, they want an answer now, not 6 hours from now when your HR coordinator gets through their email backlog. Automated responses provide accurate information instantly. New hires complete onboarding faster because they're getting immediate guidance on what's needed instead of waiting for email replies. Finally, there's compliance protection. Automation ensures you collect all required documents before someone's first day. It maintains consistent records of what information was provided and when. During audits or legal situations, you have complete documentation without anyone having to reconstruct what happened from scattered emails. The business case is straightforward. Small businesses typically invest between $2,000 and $5,000 to implement HR automation across question management and onboarding. The payback period is usually 4 to 6 months based purely on time savings. Everything after that is ongoing value. Your HR team shouldn't be spending their days answering the same questions repeatedly and manually typing information that already exists in documents. AI automation handles these routine tasks reliably and instantly. Your team gets time back for the strategic work that actually improves your business. Your employees get faster, more consistent service. Your organization reduces errors and improves compliance. This technology is accessible right now for small businesses. You don't need a massive HR department or a huge budget. You need to identify which repetitive tasks are consuming the most time and implement focused automation to handle them. The small businesses seeing the best results are the ones that start with one high-volume process, prove the value, and then expand automation to other areas. They're not trying to automate everything at once. They're being strategic about where automation creates the most impact. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel for more practical guidance on using AI automation to solve real small business problems. I share specific examples every week showing how companies like yours are saving time and reducing costs with automation. Thanks for watching.